Welcome back, folks. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're going to talk about the second best thing that I like to do, and that is eat. And we're going to talk about what people eat in the Cyberpunk universe. I get a lot of questions about that, so I wanted to cover it since, well, it's going to be one of the things we do in the game. It's not going to count towards anything because they're not going to implement that gameplay aspect of you having to eat and drink, but for the sake of immersion and for the sake of role-playing, you will be able to order food, eat food in the game itself. So, let's get into that, but before that, just a quick message from today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by Exter, Trackable Smart Wallets. They offer premium quality wallets that are specifically designed for your cards. Their tactile and easy to access button will bring all the cards you have in an instant, and once you use it, you bring it back in. It's that easy. They come in different sizes and collections depending on your use. And on top of that, they also offer other compartments where you can put your extra things. If you ever lose your wallet, it comes with a GPS tracker so you can always see where your wallet is through your phone. Activate it via assistant like Alexa, Siri and Google, and ring your wallet if you can't find it, and on top of that, they look good. They offer free shipping on orders over $50, free returns over $50, and a 12-month warranty. You do know I don't accept sponsorships if I don't use the product myself, and I've been really happy with it during my daily routines. If you are interested, click the link down below and use the code on the screen for 20% off your purchase. So, we can separate the food type in Cyberpunk in 4 categories, and that is Sin Food, Kibble, Pre-pack and fresh food. Although keep in mind, fresh food in Cyberpunk is extremely rare and expensive, so it's only reserved for the rich and powerful, not for the street level of Night City. Now first off, we have synthetic food. It's a very common occurrence here. Years of human negligence left the world in chaos, and that meant that fields that were once great for farming and, well, cultivating all of these things are now bare deserts with toxic pollution and all kinds of chemicals in the terrain that make it impossible to grow anything. So people found a way to make synthetic food that people can eat. It's cheap and provides decent nutritive value, but not that much. Next up, we have the most important thing and probably the most unique thing in the world of Cyberpunk, and that is Kibble. Kibble is a go-to food in the universe. Kibble is made from kelp, plankton and soy proteins. It gives nutritive value you can get from normal food, but it smells and tastes like, well, nothing too good. And since Kibble is pretty much cheap, it's the most common food on the street level. Like you've seen noodles in 2077, but again, that's 2077. CDPR might actually go in a different route here though, because this is lore from the time of the Red, so maybe they found a way to get more food in 2077. I mean, we shall find out, but it didn't change all that much. Also, new Neocorps give Kibble to their workers as a part of the support program. Of course, all of that Kibble is taken from their salary, and because Neocorps started appearing in the time of the Red, after the war where people didn't have pretty much anything, they actually had a huge benefit from doing this. Next up we have pre-pack, and well, now we are familiar with pre-pack food in our own lives because it's something, easy you can put in a microwave, heat up and eat. It of course provides more nutritive values than, everything else, but not everyone can actually access the pre-pack because it goes from like 100 EB to even 250 EB per week, which is a lot of money for the street level, while Kibble is like 30 EB per week. You will see pre-pack food with executives, corpos, and generally in wealthy homes. And on the street level, you'd actually need a fixer to find you that meal because it's not something you can just go in and buy. It's not going to be in every store. But there is something which is even more valuable than that, and that is fresh food. Yeah, fresh food is a giant luxury in the dark future, because some people can grow that in special greenhouses and, rooftops, but never mass produce because, well, it doesn't have enough space to grow. So to actually have fresh food, which is not filled with random stuff, you have to be extra rich. So basically a corporate with a lot of cash and connections. The huge problem with this and how people eat is because of the Fourth Corporate War, but even before Corporate War, people didn't have that much to eat. You still had kibble, you still had all of this because, well, all of the land that people once grew, crops on is now basically destroyed. And well, after the Fourth Corporate War, you had the mini nuke explode in the middle of Night City, and of course, it didn't really cause that much chaos within the Night City when it comes to infrastructure, maybe mostly in the corporate zone. But nuclear waste is much more deadly because it spread all over the land around Night City. That's why a lot of edge runners after the war started doing food production, making small rooftop gardens, feeding the people and community around them. Of course, everything they grew was toxic, so it's good people have some defense systems now in their body so they can eat, but keep in mind, if we ate that food today without the tech they have, that food would be deadly. And even that was not without troubles. You had wars break out around those crops and rooftop gardens because, well, some people didn't want to take the hard route and thought, we can just capture it or steal it. That's why those gardens were protected with muscle and guns. You would basically get killed if you stole just one tomato, for example, because you had whole communities patrolling their area. Of course, you had people outside of Night City that started raising animals like real chickens, dwarf pigs and goats. Cows are extremely rare in this universe though. So since you had to transport that meat somehow, nomads started helping with, serious solo protection, and those transports were called cattle drive. Of course, you had people who tried to raid those transports, but usually ended up being flatlined due to serious protection. And that's why today, or well, during the time of the Red, growers and neocorps got into a little partnership where they will protect them, and in return they get some fresh food or food in general. But those raids for rooftops and growing places do occur from time to time. So yeah, even food production in Cyberpunk is not without its dangers and body count, but it gives you a nice idea what to expect. Although again in 2077 things changed a bit, but it doesn't mean that the quality improved. Things just calm down a bit. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me down below what do you think about this. I know it's a bit of a strange lore video and I want to test it out, see how it works. So if you enjoyed it, smash that like and subscribe button because it does help, and I will be keeping uploading more of these Cyberpunk lore videos. And don't forget to join our growing community on Twitter and Discord. I also made a Patreon page. If you were looking for an extra way to support the channel, you can do it through there, and huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.